Hey y'all, welcome to the Porch League Season 6. We are going up against Coach Colin and the Baltimore Braviaries. Just a little bit of backup. Um, Colin was first overall last season in the regular season. I think he only lost one game, and unfortunately, we didn't get to play each other because we were in different conferences and we didn't line up for the non conference matches. Um, but this season he is 3-2. He's got a pretty good team. If you remember what I had last season, I had a defensive core of Clefable, Steelix, and Mantine, and Colin decided to draft the same core, but with the addition of Amoongus, which I think is really smart. I felt like some of my matchups against some Rotoms and certain wall breakers, um, the three that I had didn't always line up correctly. So I think with Amoongus as a fourth member of that defensive core, um, makes his team look really a lot more threatening than mine did last time. Um, so, going over the team matchup a little bit more, I added the season stats now just because we're more than halfway through the season, so they're a little bit more relevant. You can see what my opponent chooses to bring. Um, and yeah, so looking at that, we do have that defensive core that I talked about. And if I want to win on the offensive side, I need to figure out how to get around each of those threats. Um, and on his offensive side, he's got Cinderace and Haxorus, I would say, are the two scariest ones. Cinderace is also his kill leader. It might even be the kill leader for the league right now with 12 kills and 2 deaths. It's at a really good speed tier in general, but also versus my team, the only thing faster than it is Dragapult, and I have to worry about Sucker Punch. Granted, this is not Libero, so the only stab moves are the fire moves. But he's been playing pretty well with it, so I have to watch out um, and either win before this thing gets too crazy or have some decent switch ins. On the physical side as well is the Haxorus, and Haxorus is a menace in Draft League. Um, Even just choice band sets or life orb sets with Dragon Dance can wreck through a lot of teams, including my team. Especially because with Cinderace and Haxorus being on the same side of the offensive, like both being physical attackers, then things like my Mandibuzz um, would generate like have some more inherent pressure to it. Let's see. For setup options, Colin has Poltegeist, Frostmoth, and also Clefable. If he wants to run an offensive Clefable, a Calm Mindset, or something like that. And then Jolteon for some good pivot moves. Machamp, also another wall breaker. He's only brought Machamp once. I don't know if it looks really great against my team. He might bring it because I have options in Gigalith and Excadrill, and having the fighting type might help with that. I don't think it gets a Mach Punch. I know that it gets Bullet Punch though. Um, and then Meowstic for some weird tech moves. It gets the Prankster. It can run trick options. I'll need to find out if I see Meowstic, what I'm going to do with it. I could switch into Mandibuzz, but Meowstic has more than one ability, so Mandibuzz would be the counter to a Prankster set. But for other sets, I wouldn't want my Mandibuzz to get a held item tricked onto it that I don't want it to have. It wouldn't be as useful with something like a Choice Scarf or whatever else it could be. So anyway, that is his team. And on my side, it looks like Dragapult has a decent matchup. So long as I have prior chip on Steelix and Clefable, I think Dragapult can look really good against his team. Um, And like I said, I should probably run a status move. I'm going to run substitute to get around the Cinderace sucker punches. We also have, I think Arcanine looks pretty good against his team. It's good against Amoonguss, possibly Steelix. Physical sets are maybe good against Clefable. Excadrill, I think, actually looks really good. When I had this trio, the Mantine, Clefable, Steelix trio last season, I went up against, I'm pretty sure it was Ben, had Excadrill, and Excadrill really threatened my team. I almost lost that matchup just because my team could get 6-0'd by Excadrill. So those are some of the things. If you see, I also haven't brought Sandslash and Wigglytuff or Mantine this or Mandibuzz this season. So with 3 games left, I need to look into bringing those. Anyway, that's the team matchup. Let's get on to the team. We have this Wigglytuff. I have to bring it once, and it actually doesn't look too bad against his team. It gives me Stealth Rocks, so if the only thing that Wigglytuff does is get up Stealth Rocks and keep them there, great. But it also gives me Heal Bell support in case Mandibuzz gets toxicked by Amoonguss. It also gives me Wish passing. And with this EV spread, let me see if I can. Okay. With this EV spread, I can 2-hit KO a defensive Steelix. I can't 2-hit KO a Spadef Steelix, but I think against my team with things like Gigalith and Excadrill, he should probably bring a primarily physically defensive Steelix. And I have enough defense in here to live a no investment Heavy Slam from Steelix, but primarily this is my Spadef switch in to things like Jolteon with 128 HP and 252 Spadef. I can live 2 Life Orb Thunderbolts from Timid Jolteon. Against my team, though, he could probably run Modest. But that is my Wigglytuff. And then so on the physically defensive side, I have Rotom and Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz, I had to just run max HP, max defense. This is good against Cinderace. This is good against the Haxorus. And it's also going to be my Amoonguss check. So this thing, unfortunately, is having 3 pretty critical roles on the defensive side. It's my Amoonguss check because it can't get spored with Overcoat. And Brave Bird is doing a lot more than Sludge Bomb does, or I think it's Sludge Bomb does against Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz and Amoonguss is a common interaction that happens in OU, and for the most part, this is a pretty standard Amoonguss set. I was thinking about running Defog as my 4th move. I was also thinking about running Toxic as my 4th move, but I think U-Turn will give me some good momentum into some of my attackers over here on the right-hand side. Oh, Mandibuzz Foul Play does also... Foul Play being Stab on Mandibuzz does a whole lot to Haxorus. He can't set up in front of me. I think +1. I think I live +2 Outrage, and Foul Play is for sure OHKOing in return. Okay, we also have, on the defensive side, we have Rotom Mow. This could potentially be a switch-in for Steelix. I can Nasty Plot in front of some things. Nasty Plot with 52 special attack into Volt Switch is OHKOing Mantine, Leaf Storm's doing a lot to both. I think it would Oko. No, it definitely would Oko Steelix, even Spadef Steelix, and then it Oko's Jolteon as well. So those are some interactions that this has. I also have Will-O-Wisp because this might actually be my lead, even though Wigglytuff is my Stealth Rocker, because this has a little bit better matchup with Haxorus and with Steelix, which are two very threatening leads, either to just get off. Steelix, I could see being led to be a counter to a Wigglytuff lead, and then Haxorus Choice Band just does a whole lot. So this lives in Outrage from Haxorus from full, and it also can Will-O-Wisp it. So that's what the Will-O-Wisp is here for. On the offensive side, we have these three, and I kind of had to work around the possibility for Unaware Clefable or Magic Guard Clefable. So, assuming it's a Magic Guard Clefable, then I can run this sub DD Dragon Darts Phantom Force. This dual stab does a lot against Colin's team. I had to run enough speed to outspeed like Scarf. What is this? Some of his Scarfers, some of his faster Pokemon, and outspeed Cinderace still. I think that might be it. The Jolly Cinderace calc. No, it's definitely more than that. Oh yeah, this is for I think it's +1. Oh gosh, what is that? Frostmoth. It's either +1 or +2 Frostmoth. Really, I had to get faster than Cinderace, and I could afford a little bit more EVs, so I'm also faster than, I think it's +2 Frostmoth. And then yeah, we have enough. Our defenses are just what's left out of that. If you notice with each of my main attackers, they are all physical attackers, and they are all just max attack adamant. It's mainly just to do as much damage as possible. This, like I said, I hope to sweep with. But the big thing that could get in the way would be Unaware Clefable. So Flare Blitz is doing more than half to Bold Unaware Clefable. And Excadrill, obviously, Ironhead is doing more than half to Clefable as well. If it's Unaware Clefable, I can also Toxic Clefable with Arcanine. E-Speed actually does quite a bit against Haxorus. I think it does like something like 30%, and can also come in and be a little bit of a Cinderace check as well with the Intimidate, possibly E-Speed, and can Toxic most things that are switching in, because Steelix doesn't necessarily want to switch into Arcanine, and neither does Amoonguss. So hopefully I can get a Toxic off on Mantine. We also have Morning Sun just because I feel like this might have to be a switch in, especially to Cinderace, to take some of the weight off of Mandibuzz. And then we have this Excadrill. I think Life Orb Excadrill is actually what Ben brought against me last season. Rapid Spin gets me +1 speed. I'm now faster than Timid Jolteon with these EVs. And then Earthquake, Ironhead, and Rock Slide does the most against the team. Rock Slide being able to hit Mantine. Even fully defensive Mantine isn't doing well against specifically the Life Orb variant that I have. So that is the matchup, and we will see you in a second when the match starts. All right, so I sent a challenge out to Colin, and I'll just say whenever you're ready. I'm going to try my best this time to explain my moves as they are happening. It's actually quite difficult to live commentate matches that you're in, just because you're trying to think fast and talking talking while you are playing definitely slows down your thinking. It also is a little bit of a you can't just rely on your gut and do moves based off your gut, because when you're trying to explain what's happening, you should probably have some justifications for what you're doing, not just I want to do this because I want to. So this is gonna be a challenge for me, and I hope to just fill up a little bit more time than usual. Let me just make sure that Colin is online. Now it's early for me, but I have some coffee, and hopefully that helps. My brain's still a little bit fogged, but that's what happens when you work night shift. Oh yes, duh. All right. Good luck. Have fun. Do you want to share the link? Okay, so the biggest things that I see are no Cinderace. I see a Machamp there, which I did not expect to come. Machamp is a little bit interesting because it is a wall breaker along with Haxorus. Its two obviously most common sets would be the Assault Vest. I'm going to put an AV question mark and then the Guts option. The Guts option becomes a decent switch in to some things. It becomes a toxic switch in. I don't necessarily have... I'll need to do some Machamp calcs, because if I'm honest, I didn't expect that Pokemon given some of the other threats that Colin has. We have the core of Mantine, Clef, Steelix, and so Excadrill looks really good against that group. We also have that Amoonguss as well. So this could be a defensive game. I see potentially four defensive options: Amoonguss, Steelix, Mantine, Clefable. I see two physically offensive options, and then obviously Clefable could potentially be a setup option as well. I don't think setup Clefable is good against a team with Excadrill. We will have to see. Okay, so Colin shared the link. Okay, so what are terrible leads? A terrible lead would be Haxorus just to start killing things. I think Rotom-Mow is my safest lead. Do I need Rotom-Mow for anything else? I might need Rotom-Mow eventually for Mantine, but I do have Dragapult and Excadrill, which are decent. So we'll just click Rotom-Mow. Rotom-Mow against Machamp. Let me look at some of these calcs, because I'm just going to look at the Guts Wall Breaker set, and it's healthy right now. So I'm just going to put an Assault Vest on it. And look at what is my Rotom-Mow doing. Not much at all, actually. A knockoff is okay. Maybe I can just click Nasty Plot. I'm just gonna if I click Nasty Plot, he has an easy switch into Amoonguss. What are other options, though? I don't really want other things to get knocked off. I'm just going to click Nasty Plot. Okay, get the crit knockoff into the burn. So this is a life orb set. This is a burned. So Leaf Storm is Okoing. I'm just going to click Leaf Storm. He's got to pick a switch in. It's going to be a Moongus. I can Volt Switch in front of that. I do not have my leftovers anymore. So this isn't really a defensive Pokemon at this point. This now has an offensive role. Okay, I'm just going to Volt Switch. Do I Volt Switch into the Mandibuzz? This is going to be a Sludge Bomb, possibly. Maybe Leaf Storm would have been nice that last turn. I'm going to go into Mandibuzz. Spore does not work. Good. What is the switch into this? Foul Play can give me good intel. Brave Bird also just hits things. Brave Bird also makes me get some recoil. I'm going to Brave Bird. Rocky Helmet and a Toxic. So Brave Bird does kill. Is he going to give me that? I think I'm going to switch to Wigglytuff then. If he doesn't switch out. Okay, I was going to say. If there was no switch out there, I would have been quite surprised. Mandibuzz is at 80% and toxic. That doesn't look good against Haxorus. There's no Cinderace to do any weird things with court change. Nice. I will take... Okay, I can do a calc on that. So Clefable... Let's see here. That is calc worthy. Wigglytuff against Clef. Let's just do Calm Mindset. Flamethrower without Life Orb is doing 16 to 19. So this doesn't look like it has investment. I'm going to Heal Bell. I'm going to Wish Up, possibly go into Rotom. We'll see. I'm going to do the Rotom. If he wants to double Toxic, that is fine. And now I get a good Volt Switch off. I could... I'm just going to Volt Switch. A Will-O-Wisp wouldn't be bad. Because it takes off the passive recovery from that. But this is just the easier quick. Switch. So this is Rocky Helmet. Let me do another calc here. A Moongus. If this is looking physically offensive or physically defensive, Rotom Volt Switch is doing 11 to 13. What did I do first? I did 22 on the Leaf Storm. Yeah, so this says no This is probably just max. Let me just calc with that. What does Excadrill look like? Earthquake is doing 50 to 59. Okay, so I'm still not in range for that. What is Dragapult doing? Okay. Wigglytuff is doing 37. I'm just gonna go Arcanine. Arcanine's a decent play. Doesn't have much switch-ins to that. Maybe I Toxic the Mantine coming in. Mantine's still at 100% health. Do I go ahead and Flare Blitz first? I think so. Let's not make any rash plays here. Arcanine against Amoonguss. Max. Flare Blitz is definitely doing its job. What does Mantine look like against this? Flare Blitz is still doing quite a bit. And then Scald is doing too much, though. I'm going to click Toxic. I want this out. We are 10 turns in. I think it's about time I call something. Okay. So Steelix actually looks pretty scary against this team. Rotom's a decent switch into it. I can get off the you get off the Will-O-Wisp here actually might be the play. Oh yeah, I'm going to Will-O-Wisp. This hurts the body presses, and I just need it to connect. Okay, that was rude. I need to click it again. Because this thing is going to get scary. Because I don't really have special attackers. All right, let me do a calc while he's thinking. I'm going to go Rotom-Mow. The Lumberry was a great set, actually. Steelix. You defensive. Let's go Impish. 252. And Body Press. Yeah, so this is Prime Max. Okay. Fuck. That sucks. I mean, I think that was honestly the way that I win. But we have some options left. I might have to sack a few things, but this brings it down to 50. Has a chance to burn. Okay, the crit helps. Okay, so this is +3 now. Arcanine against Steelix at +4. Flare Blitz is not doing enough. Oh my gosh, that sucks. I think I just got a Flare Blitz. Yeah, that is not good. That's not how I wanted the game to go. But I mean, when you build with Will-O-Wisp, you know it's gonna miss during the season. I thought about running. Honestly, I thought about running Flamethrower and Flare Blitz, but I wanted to have the healing on this as well. Okay, now what is a better? I can probably try Excadrill, Earthquake. This is not going to do enough. $19 to $24. It might actually. All right. Now I just got to win with win with that. I wish this is what do I want at this point? I want this to be Magic Guard. I got to set up with Dragapult. He doesn't have the best things for this right away. Could have been worse. Maybe. That was pretty bad. Oh, that was pretty bad. Missing 2 Will-O-Wisps. 1 Will-O-Wisp would have been sucky, but I could have actually probably... I did crit. If I didn't crit, though, then this game would already be over. And I mean, he did run the right item on that. So let's see what I'm doing to Mantine. Physically defensive. I'm assuming max. It's gonna get the toxic. Get the roost off. The flamethrower coverage is sucky. Or do I got a roost. Iron Head, I gotta get the flinch. Okay, this is where I gotta just see what this does. Iron Head did 23 to 27. That was a max roll. Still doesn't kill. I gotta go back to this. I'm gonna U-turn this time. If he stays in, he's going for Scald. And so I should just go to Dragapult. It risks the burn, but... Okay, I'm going to substitute here. On the Clefable... I just Phantom Force, I think. Okay, I'm not in a good place. Do I wait? I think I Dragon Dance and hope for a Moonblast disable. One. Two. Three. Okay, what is +1 doing? I might just have to win with this. Clefable. It's Dragapult +1. Phantom Force is not doing anything. Hold on. It's going to do nothing. This is going to do nothing. I'm curious about what that cursed body plus substitute interaction is, because I'm pretty sure that had a chance. Yeah, okay, that sucks. So this is not the luckiest game for me. I'm just going to click this. I got to click Rapid Spin because I got to get faster than Haxorus. There's not really a way around it. One, at least the differential's okay. I mean, Amoonguss comes in here. I think I switch out. I think I Roost. Or do I Brave Bird? I think I got to Roost once. Okay. Foul play. So he's leaving me with an option to win. If this clicks Swords Dance, or if this clicks Outrage, anything. What is the just Hacksaurus calc? Adamant. Mandibuzz. Foul play is not doing enough, so he needs to click setup move. Okay. Double This was max defense. That had to be max defense. What is that? I did 40% to that thing? Outrage. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I get this. Unless it's a crit. Oh my gosh. What a weird game. Okay, I don't win against Amoonguss. Yeah, this is it. I had to do that. Okay, Earthquake. Do I Iron Head? Okay, what is my best chance with Amoonguss? Excadrill, Amoonguss, Max, Double Earthquake. Champ. If I just run 2, Earthquake is killing. If he switches out, he wins. Yeah. All right, that was the game. I'm pretty tilted by the by how that went. I think I had a good team. He had a good team too. I mean, he brought some cool sets that worked well against my team. The Lumberry on the Steelix really helped win him the game. That is it for this game. Let's look at next week. We are playing this matchup. And I'm pretty excited about it. I have some is this the matchup I have? Yeah. This is the matchup I have next week. Pretty excited about it. My team's already built, so I want to try to redeem from this loss. Talk to you later. Bye.